Alright, hello everybody, it is I, Granorite, and here we are back with another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Emerald with our Gen 3 type challenge of Normal type. And I don't know why my thing has Azurill's type listed as Water. It is not Water type. As you can see here on the screen, it is Normal type. So that is wrong. Yeah, we're gonna read about some pokes. And then we're going to start doing what we do, getting them up levels. So we're going to start out here with Azurill, who knows Thick Fat for its ability. So it has ice and fire damage. Best stats, blood move starting off. It's a baby Pokemon, and we're not ever going to evolve it, and it's going to be great. What do we know about Azurill? So Azurill is a fast leveling rate Pokemon, so we don't have to use it much, which is nice. Azurill is a round blue mouse Pokemon. It has circular ears with pink insides. There are 2 white dots on its cheek, and it has black eyes. Its thin black zigzagging tail has a large blue ball at the end about the same size of its body. It has no visible arms whatsoever. The ball is bouncy and packed with nutrients it needs to be able to grow. The ball is also used as a flotation device while swimming, accompanied by kicking its legs. As it can be seen bouncing and playing on this ball quite often. The tail can also be spun around like a lasso. When the tail is thrown, the body can go as far as 33 feet or 10 meters. It typically moves around on land by bouncing on its tail. Though Azurill is typically docile, it swings the big ball on its tail to smash into opponents bigger than itself when angered. It lives at the water's edge, where they gather to splash around for fun on sunny days. Prior to Generation 6 and in Generation 9, Azurill and its evolved forms are the only known that could have the ability Huge Power. Sorry. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Azurill, Ruby says Azurill spins its tail as if it were a lasso, then hurls it far. The momentum of the throw sends its body flying too. Using this unique action, one of these Pokemon managed to hurl itself a record 33 feet. Sapphire says Azurill's tail is large and bouncy. It is packed full of nutrients this Pokemon needs to grow. Azurill can be seen bouncing and playing on its big rubbery tail. Emerald says its tail, which is packed with nutrition, is very bouncy like a rubber ball. On sunny days, they gather at the edge of water and splash about for fun. And Fire Red and Leaf Green says it battles by flinking around its tail, which is bigger than its body. The tail is a flotation device in the water. Next, we have Kecleon, who has color change for its ability, so its type will change from normal type to whatever the moves that hit it are. Good stats being a single evolution. Normal and ghost attacks here at level 5. Scratch, Lick, Astonish, and Bind. What do we know about Kecleon? A medium slow leveling rate Pokemon. Kecleon is a bipedal reptilian Pokemon that is usually green. On either side of its head are yellow frills, which are connected by lines to its yellow lips and rings around its eyes. There are small ridges on its shoulders and a red zigzag stripe around its midsection. The hands and feet have 3 short digits each, and it has yellow soles. It also has a long skinny tail that is usually curled tightly in a spiral. Kecleon is able to change the colors of its body at will, and is known for frequently using its ability to camouflage itself. However, it is unable to change the color of its red stripe. Goodness. Its color also changes based on its mood and health, darkening in color with better health. By using camouflage to appear almost invisible, it can sneak up on prey and ensnare it with its long pink tongue. If unnoticed for too long, though, it pouts and may never reveal itself. This Pokemon lives in tropical and temperate forests. Although Kecleon typically appears as green with yellow stripes, it is known to possess various non-shiny color variations. A purplish variant of Kecleon appeared in Pokemon the Series episode The Kecleon Caper as a trading card and in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series. The purplish Kecleon in the latter also has light green outlines rather than yellow. Blue, red, and brown variants of Kecleon have made singular appearance in the trading cards. Whether these variants are example of a changing color or if they're different kinds of Kecleon is unclear. Kecleon is the only known Pokemon that can have the color change ability. Yeah. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Kecleon. Ruby says Kecleon is capable of changing its body colors at will to blend it with its surroundings. There is one exception. This Pokemon can't change the zigzag pattern on its belly. Sapphire says Kecleon alters its body coloration to blend it with its surroundings, allowing it to sneak up on its prey unnoticed. Then it lashes out with its long, stretchy tongue to instantly ensnare the unsuspecting target. Emerald says a Pokemon that has the ability to alter its body colors to its matching surroundings. A Kecleon reverts to its original colors if it is startled. And Fire Red and Leaf Green says it changes its body color to blend it with its surroundings. It also changes color if it is happy or sad. Next we have Zigzagoon, which has pickup for its ability. And pickup really helped us last time we had it, because it got us an extra, like, King's Rock and a bunch of nice items. Medium fast leveling rate Pokemon. Zigzagoon is a quadrupedal mammalian Pokemon resembling a raccoon dog, or badger with bristly zigzag pattern fur. It has stripes formed by alternating layers of cream and brown fur. It has a brown head with spiky ears and a black nose. A black mask-like pattern surrounds its brown eyes. The upper half of its mouth is jagged, and when it is open, there are 2 pointed teeth in its lower jaw. It has feet. Its feet have 3 claws and pink paw pads. Its 4 feet are cream-colored, but the hind feet are brown. Its bushy tail is spiky and bristly. Zigzagoon is abundantly curious as it wanders restlessly back and forth while rubbing its nose to the ground in search for something. It always moves in a zigzag fashion and leaves behind distinct zigzag footprints as it runs. It rubs its bristly black hair against trees to mark its territory and plays dead to fool opponents in battle. The Zigzagoon found outside Galar are friendlier and calmer than those of their Galarian relatives. Zigzagoon are capable of finding items in the grass or ground, including items that were lost. It's commonly found in grassy fields. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Zigzagoon. Ruby says Zigzagoon restlessly wanders everywhere at all times. This Pokemon does so because it's very curious. If it becomes interested in anything, it happens to see. Sapphire says the hair on Zigzagoon's back is bristly. It rubs the hard back hair against trees to leave its territorial markings. This Pokemon may play dead to fool foes in battle. Emerald says, rubbing its nose against the ground. It always wanders back and forth in search for something. It is distinguished by zigzag footprints it leaves. And Fire Red and Leaf Green says a Pokemon with abundant curiosity. It shows an interest in everything, so it always zigs and zags. Our only evolution on this team will be on Zigzagoon, which will happen at level 20, so it'll be like the last playthrough at Swallow. Farfetch'd makes a return in back-to-back playthroughs. Inner focus on this Farfetch'd, not Keen Eye like our last one. Good stats, no spec. Farfetch'd is a medium-fast leveling rate Pokemon. Farfetch'd is an avian Pokemon that resembles a light brown duck with a white underbelly. It has a flat yellow beak and brown eyes, a V-shaped black marking on its forehead similar to a unibrow, and a 3-feathered crest on top of its head. Its wings are big as its body and appear to be prehensile enough to substitute for hands. It has yellow legs with webbed feet and a stubby tail. Farfetch'd is always seen carrying a leek stalk or spring onion. It carries this sprig in its wings, but sometimes chooses to hold it in its beak or feet instead. Unable to live without its stick, Farfetch'd will defend it with its life. Losing the stalk can leave Farfetch'd defenseless, and it will seek out a new one to replace it. Known uses for the stick include using it as a weapon, nesting material, and an emergency food source. When using the stalk to attack, Farfetch'd wields and uses it like a sword to cut through things. There are several different fighting styles involving Farfetch'd's leek. It is selective about which sticks it will use, and it's been known to fight over good ones. Farfetch'd is found in temperate grasslands where reedy plants grow, guarding the plants from anyone who try to disturb them. However, Farfetch'd is rarely seen, and thus it is thought that its numbers are decreasing, and that it is at risk of extinction. According to sources such as Pokemon the Series and the Pocket Monsters Encyclopedia, its population decline is caused by humans who hunted it down for food. One popular recipe suggested cooking it with its own leek. There have been attempts at breeding in order to increase Farfetch'd's population. In Pikachu's Vacation, Farfetch'd is shown to be able to swim like real-life ducks, and they're the only Pokemon that are capable of using the leek item. Our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Farfetch'd. Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald all say Farfetch'd is always seen with a stick from a plant of some sort. Apparently, there are good sticks and bad sticks. This Pokemon is known to have been able to fight with others over sticks. Fire Red says it always walks about with a plant stalk clamped in its beak. The stalk is used for building its nest. And Leaf Green says the plant stalk holds as its weapon. The stalk is used like a sword to cut all sorts of things. And last but not least, we have Castform, who will change its type with the weather. But we're not going to have any weather moves, so it's all dependent on if the enemy uses any of that. Currently knows Tackle, decent stats across the board. A medium fast leveling rate Pokemon, Castform is an artificial Pokemon that changes appearance and attitude based on the weather. Its body is made of cells exactly like those of water molecules, causing its cellular structure to become chemically altered by temperature and humidity. Though not of its free will, Castform uses its ability to protect its tiny body. In its normal form, it resembles a plain gray cloud with a single wisp extending from the top of its head. Just a second, I'll blow my nose again. All I did this morning was swim. I have no idea why my nose is running so bad. Regardless of the form it takes, it will always have a large spherical head and a light-colored mask-like marking over its eyes. Various experiments were conducted to change its form in artificial conditions, but all have failed. In Generation 3, Weather Ball with its signature move. Despite its man-made origins, it can be found in grassland areas, and it's the only Pokemon that can have the forecast ability. Our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Castform. Ruby says Castform's appearance changes with the weather. This Pokemon gained the ability to use its vast power of nature to protect its tiny body. Sapphire says Castform borrows the power of nature to transform itself into guises of the sun, rain clouds, and snow clouds. This Pokemon's feelings change with the weather. Emerald says it alters its form depending on the weather. Changes in climate, such as temperature and humidity, appear to affect its cellular structure. And Fire Red and Leaf Green says it has the ability to change its form into the sun, the rain, or a snow cloud, depending on the weather. Alright. So let's get to leveling. We have to swap in and out Azurill, because it doesn't know any damaging attacks and won't learn any until level 10. And we want it to get defense and special defense, which is the same thing we want on Kecleon. So, it's going to be swapping out with Kecleon. Who knew? Might swap it out a little bit with Farfetch'd until we get it to level 6 here. We also want special attack on our special defense on Farfetch'd. Well, we learned Tail Whip on Azurill. Still nothing we can do with it though yet. Oh, and Zigzagoon has picked up something for us. Let's see what we got. An antidote. Very nice. Oops. Oh, Zigzagoon has found something again already. Kecleon's learning Feint Attack already? Absolutely. We will learn that in place of Bind. It's a bad attack. What you got for us? An Escape Rope. Very nice. Alright, I think one more Lotad should get a Azurill up. Easy peasy. Oh, Farfetch'd learned Sand Attack. Very nice. Again, already found something. A potion. Well, you're just on top of it today, aren't you, Zigzagoon? We also want Attack on Farfetch'd. So if I could find any Poochyenas. The Lotads have been plentiful today. Lots of Ralts now. We want those for Castform. They're probably not going to show up once we get to Castform. There we go. Alright, let's do Castform now. We want HP and special attack on Castform. So Wurmples and Ralts. See, no Ralts, just Wurmples. We'll get that special attack, though, at some point. Oh, there's a Ralts. At least we got one. And last but not least, we have Zigzagoon, who wants attack and speed. Back-to-back Ralts. What is that nonsense? Good deal. Go heal again. We're so close to being done leveling it up. One more. All right. Let's start making our way over to Rustboro. So we're going to swap Farfetch'd up for this first fight. Because Zigzagoon's going to get a lot of speed with a lot of these fights that we do initially. Easy peasy. Farfetch'd is a beast. Honestly, I don't know how this team's going to work out. I think that Kecleon's going to be our best Pokemon, but honestly, I don't know. Azurill's going to be our worst. That's easy enough. Castform gets really good at level 10 when it learns all of its elemental attacks. Ember, Powder, Snow, and Water Gun. Nice. Alright, we got a lot of speed coming up, so let's swap Zigzagoon up. There's probably going to be a point where Azurill is going to start trying to evolve into Meryl, and we're going to have to prevent that until we get the Everstone. Good damage. Alright, we have another Zigzagoon coming up. So let's go heal. And then we'll go take on this other Zigzagoon. So we're going to try to get through both of these short episodes today, so tomorrow we can do a longer episode. Very nice. And then we go to Castform for the Shroomish. Doing good damage. We just keep Zigzagoon up for all three of the next three fights are all speed, so they're all gonna be Zigzagoon. Let Wally catch his Pokemon. Alright. I like how it swapped our Zigzagoon out for Wally's Zigzagoon. Whatever. been blessed our presence by the kitty cat. Dot. We'll go to Azurill. See what it does. Okay, uses Harden. I want it to use Bide. Alright, now we swap. The reason we wanted to do that is because Kecleon doesn't have any moves that I could skip Bide turns with, and I didn't want to send it out and then have a Bide built up. So we wanted to send it out on the turn that Bide failed. To speed through the Magikarp, because it's a Magikarp. Alright. Let's go heal up before we do this big Zigzagoon fight, and we'll give an Oran Berry to our Zigzagoon as well. Alright, here we go. We'll show you. Almost got it. Now she's gonna heal it. Alright, good job. Wow. Thought I was hearing something weird, but I guess not. Alright, Castform goes up. Start tackling away. Missed. Come on, Castform. You just gotta smack it with your cloudy body. Very nice. Alright, we want Farfetch'd to do the next fight, I believe. We'll give Farfetch'd an Oran Berry for this fight. Looks like it'll be fine as long as it doesn't sand attack a whole lot. Good deal. Alright, let's swap up Azurill. We'll go ahead and pull this berry off you. Okay, how much do we do with feint attack on these things? Are they resistant to it? They're not. If they hit us with a bug attack, we'll turn into bug type. Back to Azurill. Back to Kecleon. Very nice. So remember, Azurill will learn its first damaging attack at level 10. Can I get a Cascoon or something really quick? A Silcoon? I'm pretty sure no one can learn Bullet Seed on this team. Didn't think so. Alright, well we definitely should just use Headbutt from now on. Look at that damage. Since we're still working on getting Azurill up to being able to do something, we'll just keep swapping in and out for now. Almost got it. So at level 10, I believe Azurill learns Bubble. Or Tackle. I don't know. I don't really care. Alright, let's Tail Whip and let's Scratch. That's not ideal. Because it's going to hit us this turn. And it's going to drop someone. Who do I want the defense on then? I guess Zigzagoon. Guess we should have just targeted the C-Dot right out. Alright, we got cut. So this is where we'll end this episode, and I will grass train off screen up to level 15, and then we'll be back later this morning with our next episode. So, hope you all enjoyed the episode. We'll see y'all next time.